Hello Mompity and welcome back to my channel and welcome to one of my favourite fashion videos to film. I feel like we can officially say that spring is on its way here in the New Forest. We've had a couple of beautiful, bright, sunny weekends that I've spent out in the garden and it's just getting me so excited for the season ahead. I feel like I'm ready to get my wardrobe organised, to get my home organised, to start thinking about spring styling, and I love sitting down and filming these trend videos because I spend hours beforehand doing research on TikTok, looking at the runways, the high street, what's going to be coming in, and compiling a list of my 10 favourite trends for the coming season. Some of these trends I am so excited to wear. I've already been starting to incorporate into my spring outfits. Some of these trends, I won't lie, are not necessarily for me, but I thought you guys would be so interested to hear about them. And of course, whenever it comes to trend styling, you know what I'm like. I'm not the biggest trend follower. I like knowing what's trending and I like having a little bit of fun with my outfits so that I can add them in a very, very me way, but I never blindly follow trends. And I feel like it's so important when thinking about trends to initially think about what you've already got in your wardrobe. Maybe you've got some outfits that actually, when you think about it, that incorporates itself into a really current trend, so you can be super stylish without having to spend any money. And also just making sure that whenever you are following those trends, you're following them in a very you way. There's nothing I think that is more important than your own true personal style, which is why some of these trends I'm not going to be following myself. But let's jump straight into the video. I'm so excited to chat about my top 10 spring summer trends of 2025, the items that are going to be huge this year. Trend number 1 is a real twist on a very classic item, something that I feel like every single girl has to have in her transitional wardrobe, and that is a trench coat. But what I've really started to notice in 2025 is the rise of the cropped trench. And I'm actually kind of enjoying this trend, which I never thought I would do. As a petite girl, I find sometimes mid-length coats really tricky on me. They can be quite unflattering, they can kind of cut me in half a little bit. I usually find myself steering well clear of them. However, as I'm noticing more and more of a crop and the trenches are coming higher and higher, I am finding it more and more flattering. I've seen so many girls rocking this trend just with a pair of jeans, ballet flats, just in a really simple way, but it just looks so cool. It's a really, really fun way to make something a bit more classic and timeless into something a little bit more current. So crop trenches are everywhere. I've seen them on the high street, I've seen them on the runway. You can definitely dabble in something a little bit more affordable and just get a feel for it. See how much you wear it, see how much you love it. I feel like on a warm, rainy April showers day, it is just going to be the perfect outerwear piece. So I'm definitely thinking of investing in one myself this year. I'll leave a few favorites that I've already found on the high street linked down below in case you're also wanting to add one into your wardrobe. Trend number 2, you're going to be very happy to hear if you invested in one of these pieces in 2024, and that is suede. Particularly, I'm noticing suede jackets having a real resurgence in spring, which is very interesting because normally suede is quite an autumn winter thing, but I have seen so many girls wearing and rocking the suede trend for spring. I feel like just pairing it with some lighter tones, white jeans, beiges, linens, it can really bring itself into more of like a spring styling piece, and I absolutely love that. I myself did invest in a suede jacket in autumn and I'm so excited to bring it out into my spring styling and wear it with all of my spring outfits. But any suede bags, suede ballet flats are huge this year. Suede trainers, I've noticed quite a few suede trainers out there. I spotted a gorgeous pair, were they on H&M? I'll leave them linked down below, that I just fell in love with and I feel like are really giving me spring vibes. So suede is going to be another huge one for the coming season, and one I must say I'm very happy is continuing as a trend. Now, trend number 3 is one that I actually am so excited about because I feel like rather than being a specific item that you necessarily need to add into your wardrobe, it's more about styling and about how you can incorporate this trend into your fashion. And that is, I'm going to call the trend that it's all about the neck. I think that's the best way to describe it. I have noticed a huge surgence in neck styling, whether that is beautiful layered jewelry, whether that is a silk neck scarf, whether that is layering different pieces on top of each other, or wearing a shirt collar underneath your jumper. If you keep up to date with the vlogs, you'll know I recently bought a shirt collar bib. weirdest thing I've ever bought, but I think it is such a great item to add into my wardrobe and really pulls me into that next styling trend, which I absolutely adore. I feel like just adding those layering pieces just really adds interest to your outfit. And as I said, it's one you can have a lot of fun with. I myself love styling silk neck scarves. I do love layering like t-shirts underneath jumpers, and of course I love layering up my jewelry. So it's a trend I am so excited about because, as I said, it's not necessarily a specific item, but more the kind of overall vibe. So it's one that I definitely think you can have a lot of fun with. Let's talk a little bit about colours, because I feel like colours of the season are always such a huge one. And the colours for this year, I am kind of loving. The first colour I wanted to talk about, trend number 4, is butter yellow. Oh my goodness me, butter yellow is everywhere at the moment, and I am really enjoying it. I haven't actually invested in any yellow pieces yet myself. It's a color I'm not gonna lie, I do struggle with. If there are any pale girlies out there that rock the color, please help me out with how to style it, because I am very pale. I have quite pinky undertones, and so it's a colorway that I've not necessarily has found suited me in the past. But oh my goodness me, I am loving how the girlies are styling it at the moment. I feel like butter yellow with like some white jeans, some white accents is just seriously giving me spring vibes. It's so warming, it's so bright, it's so spring-like, and a huge color trend that I've seen for 2025. The second color, which again I am very much enjoying and seeing it as a huge trend for spring 2025, is pink. More of a kind of like light powdery pink. It's really interesting to see how trends kind of evolve over the years. I do always love watching back my previous trend videos from the last couple of years and just seeing how things have shifted, how they've evolved and changed. And over the last couple of years, pink has been quite a big trend, but it's been a bit more Barbie pink. It's been a bit brighter, it's been a bit more garish in your face. I would say now it's much more about that like baby powdery pink, super light, super subtle, and such a fun color to add into your wardrobe. I do love styling pink in spring, and especially in summer. I feel like as soon as we get into the warmer months, I just adore adding it into my outfits. And I am predominantly quite a neutral girly, and I do feel like pink is a really easy color to add into your wardrobe. I would say if you're looking at adding one of these colorways into your wardrobe through accessories is a really fun way to do it, because you can pair it with a lot of different outfits and you don't necessarily have to buy lots of different pieces to add into your spring styling. So powder pink, another gorgeous colorway to add into your wardrobe just to keep an eye out on for spring and summer 2025, and one I am personally loving. Now, I can't film a trends video and not talk about denim, because I feel like denim plays such a huge role in trends. And again, it's so interesting to see how it evolves, how it develops, and I feel like I've already touched on this a couple of times. But if there is one denim trend for 2025, and actually not just for spring, summer, I commented on this back in January when I filmed my overall trends video for the coming year, but white denim. Oh my goodness me, I am loving the white denim trend. I myself have added a pair of gorgeous white jeans into my wardrobe, and I do not intend on stopping there. I've seen white denim skirts, white denim mini skirts, white denim jackets. I just feel like it's such a fun one to add into your wardrobe. A great way of just wearing something super classic, super timeless, but creating a little bit of a more current and on-trend outfit. I must say, I feel like switching up a pair of like normal jeans, whether that's indigo, mid-wash blue, black, for a pair of white jeans just makes your outfit so much brighter, so much more spring-like. It just gives me such positive vibes, and I absolutely adore it. And the other denim trend to keep an eye out on is a really interesting one, because I feel like there's been a lot of discourse over the last 2 or 3 years around skinny jeans, whether they're in, whether they're cool, whether they're stylish, and I feel like everyone has kind of come to a consensus that it's not necessarily skinny jeans that are in, but the trend for 2025 spring summer is slim line jeans. Not mum jeans, not skinny jeans, somewhere in the middle, because we like them to be a little bit tighter fitted. We like them to be a little bit more flattering, but having that like drain pipe going down to your ankle, particularly in spring summer, is not the most flattering. In autumn winter you can get away with it with like knee-high boots. You can kind of hide the bottom of the jeans a little bit, but in spring summer you're wanting to wear trainers, you're wanting to wear ballet flats, and so going for more of a slim jean instead of a skinny jean is going to be huge in 2025. As I said, I feel like it's a little bit more flattering, a little bit more shapely, and definitely something I want to be looking at adding into my wardrobe in 2025. I adore ballet flats, and as soon as the weather gets a little bit warmer, I live in my slingback ballet flats, and I feel like they pair beautifully with more slim-line jeans. It's something I'm keeping an eye out on myself, and a trend I'm really excited about for this spring-summer. As I mentioned at the start of this video, not every single one of these trends is something I'm excited about, things I want to be wearing, and one thing I've noticed is going to be huge this spring summer that I don't think is a very me trend, but I wanted to tell you guys about, is rugby shirts. I have seen such a resurgence in rugby shirts, and it really reminds me of early 2000s styling, but I feel like it's been updated and made a little bit more current. I'm loving the girls that are wearing them with linen trousers, those kind of boxer style shorts that are huge at the moment. I feel like it's a very coastal grandmother Nancy Meyers kind of trend, very relaxed, very weekend styling, very cool. And I must say, that is the thing that I always say about myself, is I am not cool enough to pull off a lot of trends like this. I feel like anything that's maybe a bit more androgynous, it's like a bit more cool girl, it's just not really something I dabble my toe into. But I am loving how some of the girls are styling it. I feel like you can make it a little bit more feminine, a little bit more fun, and loads of high street stores are doing this kind of rugby shirt, oversized shirt vibe, which I do think is really, really fun. So one to definitely keep an eye out on, and if that's your style, I think you would absolutely rock this trend for spring summer 2025. For me, it's just not one I'm going to be dabbling my toe in personally. Trend number 9, however, is a trend that I am so excited about, and as a girl who is perpetually on TikTok, I feel like this is such a me trend. I do feel like I need to maybe explain this a little bit more though, for those who aren't necessarily always online, aren't necessarily clued up on the kind of like Nancy Meyers vibes. If ever I mention Nancy Meyers vibes, what I basically mean is emulating a Nancy Meyers film. Nancy Meyers is the most incredible director who's done films like The Intern, Parent Trap, Something's Got to Give, a lot of real comfort watches, films that you enjoy just as much for the aesthetic as you do for the actual storyline. And she creates beautiful imagery, gorgeous homes, amazing outfits, and I feel like it adds so much more to the film. So trend number 9 is one that I'm so excited about because it really gives me Nancy Meyers vibes, and that is coastal preppy. It's a really interesting one because I feel like it's a little bit of an evolution from the coastal grandmother trend that we've seen over the last couple of years, and a bit of an evolution from the kind of fisherman trend that we saw towards the start of 2025. And if you don't know, I actually feel like I get the best of both worlds where I live. I live in the New Forest, which is a gorgeous area in Hampshire, down south in England, which is actually on the coast. So not only do I get to enjoy the beautiful countryside walks, the gorgeous forestry, but I also get to enjoy the gorgeous beaches, being on the coast, seeing the sea every single day. So I feel like it's a trend that is very, very me. Even just adding things like the gorgeous collar into my wardrobe is a really easy way of creating outfits into a little bit more of a preppy vibe and creating that coastal preppy look. So again, it kind of shows that you can really pull 2 trends into one, the all about the neck trend and the coastal preppy trend. And I'm really excited to see how this trend is going to evolve, how I can incorporate it into my own personal styling, and how I can just make it a little bit more me. So it's one that I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited about for spring, but more for summer. I think it's going to really come into its own. And lastly, trend number 10 is one that I'm not gonna lie, I am quite on the fence about. I would love to hear your thoughts on this trend because it's undeniable that it is huge for 2025, but it's one I'm not sure it's very me. It's one I'm not sure I'm going to be participating in, but that is the boho trend. Think lace, think florals, think ethereal vibes. It's one that I feel like is going to be really fun for summer when you just want to literally take your shoes off, run through the grass and just be at one with nature. But I don't know if it's necessarily that me. I think being a petite girl, I like to keep my outfits a little bit more simple. I like to say basic, not boring, whenever it comes to my styling, and having a lot of ruffles, a lot of frills can be a little bit overwhelming on me. I'm interested to see how I could potentially add this into my wardrobe. Maybe literally just a little kind of shirt that's got a bit of lace on it. I've seen fringe jackets are huge at the moment, maybe even cowboy boots. Who knows? It's a trend that I'm really excited to see how it's going to evolve, how it's going to shift throughout spring, and especially going towards summer. I think it's going to be a huge one. And I think I might just sit back and watch from the sidelines and see what the girlies are doing to see if it's a trend that I want to participate in myself. But the boho trend, let me know your thoughts on it. So those are my top 10 trends for spring summer 2025. I've tried to keep this video as concise as possible because I know when I get excited about things I can ramble a little bit, and I've had a few complaints in the past from my trend videos that I just talk a little bit too much. So hopefully I've kept this as concise, as to the point, but still as informative as possible. In fact, I would love to know what trend you are most excited about for spring summer this year. I think for me it's either white denim or suede, because I've got so many suede pieces in my wardrobe that I'm really excited that I can still get the wear out of, that I can still style up in a super fashionable way. So comment down below what your favorite trend is coming into spring summer 2025, and I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.